Hello, hello. I am live. Let's see if everything is working. Hello, everyone. This is Jen with Jen's Den Art, and I am back for day 2 of our Memorial Day cemetery painting. Come on in and say hi when you get here. I am so excited that you are here. I have some announcements to make as you come on in and as you're watching. I want to make sure for those of you, whether you're a painting subscriber or not, I have a great opportunity for you to join. Hello, Dawn. Hi, Shay. Come on in, Miss Galinda. I regret to inform you that Michael is not with us tonight. He had some other obligations that he needed to take care of while I spill my paint all over the place. So I just wanted to let you know, if you were not aware, starting on June 11th, actually the whole month of June is full of fun, exciting things that are happening in Jen's Den Art. The first thing is the Acrylic 101 is happening from June 11th to the 20th. It is a free 10-day challenge, and I'm calling it Acrylic 101. It will take place in a private Facebook group. So if you notice at the bottom there, you should see a link. If you don't see the link, please let me know. And you need to get into that group to be able to participate in the challenge, okay? And that is going to be, we're going to talk about all of the things that you need to know to become an acrylic artist and feel good about it, regardless of whether you are doing it for your own personal mental health, okay? That's why I started, to wanting to start painting at market, like selling your stuff at markets, which I allow you to sell the products that you create from my tutorials, anything like that. We're going to do a 10-day free Acrylic 101 challenge, and I will teach you the basics that you need to know. And we're actually going to do a couple of projects within that challenge. So, hello everyone. Hello Barbara. Hello Amy and Connie. So glad all of you are here. Hi Judy and Miss Shirley and Phyllis. Yay. Tell us where you're watching from. We'd love to know where you're watching from tonight. Something else that's happening in June is twice a month I go live on my public Facebook page, and it's called in the Den with Jen. Okay, and In the Den with Jen takes place on the first and third Wednesday of every month. It is free to the public, In the Den with Jen, and it takes place at noon Central Standard Time. In the Den, I'm trying to type this in, with Jen. First and third Wednesday of every month. Trying to give y'all a little information here. Let's see. And it's at noon. In the Den with Jen is the first and third Wednesday of every month at noon, live on my page. And this month we are focusing on barns. And I am going to show you really quick before we get started on our painting. I'm going to show you what we're going to be painting in our tribe and mini tribe coming up this month. This is our big monthly painting that we're going to be painting this month in the tribe, and it is called Grandpa's Farm. It is called, or Grandpa's Barn. I can't remember exactly what I called it, but we're going to be painting this this month. So we are going to focus on barns. Barns is our focus for the month of June. So we're going to have that painting. We're going to have a patriotic, this is in the tribe. We're going to have a patriotic front porch painting. We're going to paint a Highland cow, and we're going to paint a shelf sitter barn as well. So we have a lot of barns coming up in June. So I'm so excited about that. So we're also going to focus our In the Den with Jens, which are free, on barns. Okay, that's going to be our focus there. And then coming in on June 22nd, we have a pop-up paint party that is going to begin, and it is our Rust and Roost is what it's called. Rust and Roost pop-up paint party is coming on June 22nd. Just to give y'all a heads up of what's coming. And if y'all give me 1 second, I'll show you what we're going to be painting. It's another barn and chickens. So hang on. I have to go get it. Because I left it in the kitchen. I know you can probably hear me because I have my microphone on. I'm coming back. All right, so this is going to be available as a pop-up paint party coming starting June 22nd. It's going to be a $20 pop-up paint party. There's going to be some he's and haws about that because we're going to have some little, I'll let y'all know more about this one coming up because this one's going to be a super special painting. I hope y'all can see what I'm trying to show y'all. I know it's kind of hard. So this is going to be our pop-up paint party coming in June. And we're going to do this on June 22nd. But we're also opening, here's something that's really important for you to understand. We're opening the tribe on June 15th. And if you are a tribe member, you get free access to my pop-up paint parties. So you will have the opportunity, and this is a bonus painting for the month of June. So not only do you get the 4 paintings that we're going to be doing for the month of June, and the other 240 paintings in the tribe library in the online classroom, you get 5 paintings for the month of June. Okay, and this is a bonus. If you do not join our membership, you can still paint with us. It's just going to cost you a one-time payment, and we'll talk about that more later. But I just wanted y'all to see how awesome our June is. It's all about barns in June, and it's all about country and going back to our roots of that country lifestyle. The chickens, the cows, the barns, the just all of those. They're just such good feel-good things to me, and so that's where I wanted to focus my attention now that we're settled back in Louisiana. So yes, Miss Pamela, the mini tribe is going to pay half for that painting. You are exactly right. So Elizabeth said, yay, I finally found y'all. Where is Waldo? For some reason, it would not stream to our Facebook private group for some reason. I don't know why. So sometimes all of this stuff, just, how tech is. So we are here live now, and we are going to get started on the remainder of our Memorial Day painting. Michael could not make it with us. He's going to be in and out. He's got another job that he's working on right now. And so he will probably not be with us most of the night tonight. So let me turn this light on. We are going to continue from where we left off yesterday. This is our final goal. Okay, and we started here. This is where we are so far. And if you were with us last night we had this amazing sun. It was like dusk time, like it is right now. And I have my windows open where you can see outside, and the sun was going down. And the view from the sun coming through kind of made this like shadow over my painting. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. So I kind of started making a shadow with white paint just to kind of add to the painting. So it kind of worked out pretty good. All right. We left off yesterday painting. We just like outlined the actual soldier. Okay. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to bring this in just a little bit more so you can see a little closer what we're doing. And I'm going to talk to you about making our soldier look impressionistic. Okay. We're not going for details at all, but we do want the impression that it is a soldier. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a variety of colors. I'm going to put those on my palette, and I'm going to talk to you about them as we go. So the colors we're going to use are burnt umber. If I can get the burnt umber to come out. I can never get the darn color to come out. I have to do this every time. All right, so I'm going to use burnt umber. Let me put that. It's just like a really dark brown. You don't have to use the exact name of this color. If you're just using like craft paints, it's just going to be like a chocolate brown or a dark brown color. And I still don't think it's going to come out. No, it gets stopped up in this little top right here. This is soft body acrylics. And whenever I have a really bad habit of forgetting to put my top back on. And so then it gets dried up inside this little skinny top right here. And then I can't get the paint out. So, okay, another color we're going to put is raw umber, which is another soft body acrylic. Y'all, I love these soft body acrylics, by the way, if you didn't notice. I've been using them pretty often. Okay, so here's another one. It is yellow oxide. And there's that's going to give us a little bit of that yellow color. Another one is Hooker's green. Just a little bit of that green there. And of course, I need my my black, which you think I would have. Yeah, here it is. Yes, I'm using a 9x12. Okay, so the template is in an email, but for the tribe, your template, you should have access to the template probably in the tribe Facebook group, or if it's not in there yet, it will be in there soon. Okay. All right. So let's go over our colors again. Are they expensive? These little ones, I love these. I don't know if they're expensive. Maybe like $8.99 a piece. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I might be lying if I say it might be $5.99 a piece. Maybe somebody could look it up online and let us know how expensive they are. Okay, so I'm trying to look at what paintbrush I'm going to use. I'm going to use something, I want something that's kind of medium. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Do y'all see this? It's probably about a 1/4 inch. It is, I'm a huge fan of using Blick products a lot and Hobby Lobby products a lot, because Hobby Lobby is the store that I have in town. This is a Royal and Langnickel. It is a number 2, and it is a filbert. It is a filbert. I had to glue it back together with E6000 because it came apart. So it's a number 2 filbert, and it is a Royal and Lang nickel. So I'm going to wet it just to dampen it up. Let me get all of these flakes off of it. And I'm just going to start with the green and the black. And I'm going to make a small, just like, I want to make it like a really, really dark green. And so I'm just going to kind of touch. Notice that I'm just kind of touching. I'm using both sides of the paintbrush. Just to make some spots of green. And I'm not going to clean my paintbrush off, y'all, because I'm going to be using all of these camouflage colors kind of like on top of each other. So I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and a little bit of brown. I'm going to mix them together, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to touch. And I paint fast. I've always painted fast. I don't know how to paint slow. Well, I do know how to paint slow, but when I paint slow, I'm too perfect. I try to get too perfect in my painting, and I don't want my paintings to be perfect. I want them to be impressionistic. So one of the keys to being an impressionistic artist is to make sure that you paint fast. And once you put down the color, you just leave it and you go. You leave it and you go. You don't keep on working it and trying to make it look exactly like a photo. If I wanted my work to look like a photo, then I would just take a photograph of it and I wouldn't paint it. You know what I'm saying? I want it to look like a painting. I want it to have brush strokes. I want it to have dimension. I want it to have texture. That's the kind of paintings that I like. Not everybody likes that. But if you were, if you were drawn to some of my paintings, then obviously you like the way that I paint. And it is more of an impressionistic style. It is more of a fast, loose, I call it loosey-goosey style. Okay. And it's super, super fun. All right, I'm going to come in with a little bit of a darker color in here. So I'm going solid black. I'm going solid black here as well. That's his back leg. Okay, and his uniform is already looking camouflage, right? It is looking camouflage. All right, I think I need a little bit of some white. I do not have, here we go. It's a 4-page document. Thanks, Cindy. The PDF template that came in email, yes, it is a 4-page document. We'll send it again. We'll put it in the Tribe Facebook group and the Mini Tribe Facebook group if you didn't get it yet. For those of you who are members, because I know y'all are looking for it. But there was an email sent out with the template to all email subscribers, not just members, but anyone who is an email subscriber to my emails, they also get perks. And so they already got the template as well for this. Okay, I feel like I need some more browns. So I'm going to mix up some brown and yellow ochre. I don't like how it looks so when I'm looking at it, all I see is dots, and I don't want dots. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to kind of smear it in to where it doesn't look so splotchy. Does that make sense? And then we're going to have a little bit of a smeary look to it instead. A little bit of lighter colors. And then I'm going to go with a little bit more brown. There's a little bit too much green in it. You know what I'm not using that I need to use is burnt sienna. Where is my burnt sienna? Let me find that one. It's like a really, really pretty reddish brown. Here it is. I have 3 or 4 burnt siennas because I use it so often. So I'm going to take my burnt sienna, put it down. Oh, look at this. Look at that. I have my burnt sienna right there. I didn't even see it. Yeah, that color is good. I don't like this being so stark, so I'm going to blend it in a little bit. All right, so here's my thought process right here. I saw a really stark line right here, right against the base of the backpack and his back, and I did not like that. I want it to be a little softer. So I'm just coming in with some more color, and the same thing with his leg. And I'm just kind of using almost like a dry brush just to kind of blend it in just a little bit more right there. And I like that a lot better. Okay, so let's go to his hat. Now I'm going to have to look at a photo to get this right. So I'm going to look at the photo. Okay, and then the little beak comes out just a little bit there. All right, let me zoom in some more so y'all can see how that's working out. I still find he's a little bit too, I'm gonna have to let it dry and then maybe go back over it because I find it's a little bit too muddy. See the difference? Like, look at this one. Look how good that looks. And then now I'm doing this. And so it's not looking, see that? Okay. And another thing that might be the issue is I'm using a smaller paintbrush. I bet you that's what it is. So the smaller paintbrush is not the answer. I'm going to have to use a larger paintbrush. I'm going to show y'all how that works in just a minute. We'll come back to our uniform. So, you know, sometimes you just have to play with it to get it right. All right. So for the face, I'm not trying to make a face. I'm not trying to show the nose, the mouth, all that kind of stuff. What I am trying to do is just get a very close color to, you know, the flesh color. Okay. Now this reference photo that I was using, the person was an African American. So I'm going to make him have a darker skin tone. The soldier was an African American, so I'm going to make him have a darker, like an African American skin tone in here. But you can do whatever, you know, whatever you want. So I'm just going to use, I like to use cashew. Cashew is my go-to for skin tone. It's kind of like that peachy, and then you can just add brown to it to make it darker, or you can add white to it to make it lighter. You can even add a little bit of yellow because, you know, my skin tone, I have a lot of Native American in my skin tone, and I have kind of like that that yellowy skin tone, you know. Skin tones that's a whole nother class in itself to be able to teach skin tones. I don't like painting faces or people. It's not my preference. I'll show you the one I was working on today. The face and the skin tone took me the longest time because the face is supposed to be like in the shadow and stuff, and like even his little hand right there, that took me longer than painting the entire painting because it's really, really hard to do that impressionistic style on a portrait. At least it is in my opinion. I don't know. I'm just not really good at it because I don't do it. I don't like to do it and I don't practice it. Okay. So I'm going to go a little bit more. Let's make his face come out just a little bit further to the right. And I'm going to switch paintbrushes. Michael. Some people have like a pink tone to their flesh. So mine is more of like a yellow olivey tone, but everybody's is different. I have a lot of Native American in my skin, so all right. I think that's pretty close to what I'm trying to get going here. Let's go just a little bit brighter right in the center. Just a little bit brighter. Okay, just like some sun is shining on him a little bit. That looks good. All right, let's get that hat a little more. I'm using a smaller paintbrush here, so a little more defined with some greens. And I want to be able to tell that it's a hat and not a part of the flesh, so I want to make sure it's a different color there. Okay, I really like that. All right, we are getting somewhere. All right, so I'm going to switch to a larger paintbrush. I'm going to go with something like this. Nope, I'm not going to go. I'm going to go with something like this. Okay, this is big for this little painting, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to dampen it up, and I'm going to use the tip of it on the side. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to do everything that I was just doing, but right now, I want you to look at the difference. Look at that. I really like the way that the military outfit looks here, and I do not like anything about this military outfit. Okay, so I'm going to try harder to recreate the first one that I did. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use a larger paintbrush so that my strokes are broader. And you're going to see how that's going to make a difference. And I'm going to use a little bit of a darker in here. I'm using black first. I'm just kind of like starting over almost. And I'm saying to myself, okay, I need to fix this because I don't like it. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. And then I'm going to let it sit for a little bit because I'm not ready to add another layer yet. So while I'm letting that sit and dry, I'm going to start on my flags. And I'm going to take, I'm not done with our soldier here, just so you know that. I'm going to take Pyro Red. It's a super, super vibrant red. It's almost like an orange red, but it shows up as a red when you put it on your painting. Okay. I'm also going to use titanium white as my background. All right. I'm going to use titanium white. And I'm going to use, I don't have it with me, I'm going to use Payne's Gray as my navy blue. So let me grab, actually I changed my mind. I'm going to use Phthalo blue just a blue, because I'm going to show you how to make your own navy blue. I'm just going to use a blue. Any kind of blue you have. Ultramarine is my least favorite. Excuse me, y'all. I'm getting stuck in my chair here. Ultramarine is my least favorite because it's for this purpose, for a navy blue, because it's got a lot of purple tint to it. So I'm using a phthalo blue. You can use a cerulean blue, anything in this blue range. See what I'm using? And I'm going to show y'all right here on the side. I'm going to take let me find my paintbrush that I want to use. I'm looking for a flat. Something kind of small. Let's try this one. This one looks pretty good. It's kind of big, but we'll make it work. Okay. And I'm going to take these two colors together, black and the blue together, and I'm going to make a beautiful navy. And I just want to show it to you really quick. It's really, really pretty navy color. Doesn't look like it on the screen, does it? But we're going to use that for our navy. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go out into this field, and we are going to just right on the right. If you want to put one for every single one of the tombstones, you can, but I'm not going to. Right on the right of the tombstones, I'm going to make some little rectangles, and we're going to have a flag on each one of these. So, but I'm going with white first because it makes it easier for the red to show through. So I'm just going to make a bunch of this one's going to go in front of his leg. Just a bunch of little, like there's a flag there. The closer you get to the front, the larger your flags are going to be. So I'm just making like a little twist, like a little S kind of. Right on the right of each one of your tombstones. As many as you want. Because you know, this soldier is out there. He is actually there to put the flags down in the cemetery. So it's okay if they don't have a flag already on all of them, because that's actually why he's there, is he's putting those flags down. So I'm going to do that first, and I'm going to let that white dry. Okay, let me check the comments. Michael, just want to say a huge thank you for the templates. I use them to make sure I'm putting everything in the right perspective. It's putting things in the right perspective. Yes, Kathy, we're going to talk about perspective a lot in the Acrylic 101, and we're going to talk about drawing a lot, because that and blending is going to be talked about a lot in our Acrylic 101 challenge. So, okay. The other thing we're going to work on, if you remember, I added all of these little poppies back here. Okay, so I'm not going to put the white down first. I'm just going to go for it. Just going to put these poppies down here. I need a small paintbrush, something kind of medium size. That's not going to work. That's a old paintbrush. Okay, let's try this one. Nope, that was not going to work either. I have like about 400 paintbrushes, so sometimes it's hard for me to find a paintbrush that I want to use. Okay, let's go with our Pyrrole Red. And I'm just going to start. Now, the further away you are, the smaller you want your poppies to be. So I'm just going to start putting some. And here's my thoughts, y'all. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. So I want to kind of fill in. I'm looking at this painting as a whole and I'm saying to myself, okay, I want to put poppies and I really want to put them where I feel like they would really add a nice accent to the painting. I feel like I need a bunch of them right here because this part of the painting is very, there's nothing there. So I feel like I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to put a few of these poppies to kind of fill this area in. And I'm going to do that just to have a little bit of extra life in some of these areas. So I'm just going to I'm using like a round brush and I'm just making some little, almost like some little commas. And the larger flowers are going to go closer to us. Okay, notice how I made those a little bigger. All right. And I'm going to put a couple in front of the trees. Right there. Let's put one right there. I think that's pretty good. I kind of like that. I don't want to put too many because I don't want to make it too splotchy. Okay. And I'm going to go back now to my my soldier. And I'm going to give him just a little bit of green and brown mixed together. Green and brown mixed together. I know it doesn't look like it. I put my paintbrush in the white as well. That's why. Okay, there we go. See how much better the larger strokes look than those little strokes that I was using before? Okay, that's what I wanted. I like him a lot better now. And so I'm going to come back with some black. And I'm going to kind of define that line between his backpack and his back again. Make it kind of look like there's a little bit of a shadow right there. And I want it to be perfect. I want to have a few indentions in there. And then I'm going to come back and add a little bit more to his back leg as well. Now, I like that so much better. The larger the paintbrush, the better. Did y'all see that, how that worked? Yep, that's what I needed. Let me get rid of this troll here. Hang on one second. Block user. Hang on. Block user. Okay. Let me get rid of this troll too. Hang on. We have a troll in the group. Give me a second. Okay. I think I don't know what group the troll is in, but I just got rid of the troll. I think it's on my main page. I'm really not sure. Okay. All right. So, are we good now? Okay, let's go back to the flags. We've got to work on our flags and then we'll be close to being done. I'm going to start with the large flag here. I'm going to make a straight line with white paint. I have a really small paintbrush, and I'm going to make a straight line with white paint. And then I'm going to make a large flag. You can make this flag as big or as small as you want. And I'm going to make it with like some swooshes and stuff. You know how I like to make swooshes, right? So I'm going to paint this whole thing white first. You can use any paintbrush you want. I'm just using the one that's in my hand. I'm going to paint this white. And then we're going to let that dry. Okay, let's let that dry. And now I'm going to start with my flags. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a small paintbrush. See how it's just kind of teeny tiny. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the red. No, I'm going to go with the blue. I have to do the blue first because I think it's going to make a better look if I start with the blue. So I'm going to take my blue, and at the top left of each one of my flags that I created, I'm going to make one little part of it is going to be like a little square. So all of those little flags, I'm going to come in and just put some blue right at the top left. I've been getting a lot of trolls lately, I've noticed. Probably because of that free, whenever I do something free, I get a lot of junk stuff coming in. I bet you that's what it's about, because of the free acrylic group. They like to come in there and cause trouble. Oh yeah, the shooting in Red River, Miss Glenda. I saw that. Thank goodness it's not locals. It was a rally there, and they're all gone now. So that was a shame though. All right, a little bit more. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. Let's do one more right there. All right, I think that's all of them. Let's see if I can do this one up here. It might still be wet, but we're gonna try. Let's see. Let's go a little bit further. All right, so there's our blue. I don't don't know. Does a troll stop you from, everyone has, you block the troll? It should, I should be able to block him from all, like when I block them, I thought that's all that needed to be done was me blocking them. I don't know if y'all need to block them too. I didn't know that. All right. All right, now let's go to the red now. I'm going to take my red and I am going to start making some stripes. They're not going to be perfect, and I'm not counting how many stripes I'm putting and all that kind of stuff. I'm just kind of, remember, I'm impressionistic here, so I'm just kind of just making it work, okay? So just do the best you can. And I'm going to fill in all of these. You almost need to dip into your paint almost every time you go to do a flag. My paint's getting dry. Lots of little stripes. You need a red. You definitely need an opaque red. You need a good red for this to show. Or if you put your white down first, you should be okay. All right, let's go up here. If you know anything about the American flag, the bottom stripe is red and the top stripe is red. Like all the way up here, you're going to have a red stripe there as well. So, and then in between that, I'm not going to make the right amount of stripes, but I'm just going to do that. All right. Let's go back with the poppies. We're going to add a little bit of black in the poppies. So I'm going to go to my solid black and I'm just going to tap at the bottom. Just going to tap at the bottom. Just a little teeny tap of black. Again, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect at all. I'm just adding to the impressionist style. And then on a couple of them, like some of the bigger ones, I'm going to just maybe add just a little bit of another little bit of black, like right in the center. Okay, I like that. Let's go back to the flags. I'm going to add some dots, like really, really messy. Just going to add some dots in there with some white. And I'm going to do that on most of them. Did I miss any? Oh, yep, I missed one right here. I think that's it, huh? All right, and then I am going to make some really, really tiny lines from each one of these flags and my poppies. So I'm gonna go with an even smaller liner brush. Let me show you what I'm using. This thing has been through a lot. It's like not even a good paintbrush anymore. Look how it's bent, okay? But what I'm gonna do is I am going to fill it with white paint right on the edge, kind of like really watery paint. And I'm gonna start making the flag poles. If I can. I feel like this paintbrush might not work for me. Here we go. Start making those poles come down at an angle. Making them all come down at an angle. And I'm also going to do that for the poppies. Uh-oh, I missed that one. I didn't put any red stripes on that one. Let's go there and there. Okay, so a pretty lime green would be nice for the poppy. Oh, that's way too much paint. Well, I'm going to make it work. All right, I'm going to do kind of like a lime green. I'm going to mix some lime green and some white together and make it like a pretty bright green. And then I'm going to come back here and just make some little streaks for the poppies. And I'm going to add just a little bit of grass down here because I feel like it needs just a little bit. I don't know. What do y'all think? Oh, I need a hand. He doesn't have a hand. What do y'all think? Is he looking okay? I think it's looking pretty darn good. I've never seen white poles. Flag poles. Why white sticks? I don't know. That's just what I wanted to put, I guess. Oh, and we have the middle. We have the middle flags to do. I thought it would look good. And then I think the photo that I grabbed all of this from, also, I think they used white. I think they had white sticks on their flags. Or at least it looked like white sticks anyway. Okay, so I need to add his hand coming over, holding. It's a little bit too light. Let's make it a little bit darker. His hand's coming over right here. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, so here is the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to make this area right here. Basically what this is he's holding all of these extra flags that he hasn't put out yet. Okay, so we're going to, I'm going to start with white, and just to make like a background of white. So I'm going to just take a flat brush, and I'm going to come right here. And I'm just going to kind of make a little white rectangle-y square area. Come down like that. Let's see. I'm gonna let that dry just a minute. And for my grandson, he has lost so many friends. Miss Cindy, I understand completely. My son has lost a lot of friends too. He was in the Army as well. And of course, Michael has lost a lot as well. So I totally get it. Actually, when I first painted this one, Michael was like, oh, I don't even know. I can't even look at that. Like he was a little, it kind of touched his heart a little bit too much. And he was like, man, it's a good painting, but it is giving me trouble to look at it. But he came around, it just took him a while. But he loves it now. He wants to put it in his office. So, all right. So that's just a blob of brown that's happening. I mean, not brown, blue that's happening right there. And then I'm going to come with a little bit of brown for like the little, the tops of the flags. Just a little bit of brown, like, because he's holding on to a bunch of flags right here. And then we're going to try to make this a little bit with some red, even though my white is still wet. Now, I'm not trying to make it look exactly like one flag because it's a bunch, he's holding a bunch of flags in his hand. And so his flags are just like, the stripes are going to be all mixed up. So don't try to make it look like one flag. I need to get a better paintbrush. And then what I'm going to do is to make it look like he's holding a bundle like that, I'm going to make some of the, let me show you what I did here. I made some of it look kind of grayed out because they're like layered on top of one another, and then some of it not so grayed out. So I'm going to use some black, and I'm going to make the red a little bit muted back here. Now this is getting really particulate. My white's not dry, y'all, so it's not working as well as I want it to. I should have made this earlier while I was painting it. And I'm going to put some grays, a little bit of a gray color in here. Okay, so I'm going to fix this. It looks pretty horrible right now, but I need to fix it. And take my time and come back in here. That's a little bit better. Now, don't give up on something like this. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix this even more. Right in this little area right here, I'm going to make it look like these flags are like rolled over the top. And this is why some of my paintings take me 3 hours to do for like little things like this. Okay, that looks much better already. You can pretty much tell that it's just a bundle of flags that he's holding on to. So that's your goal, is to try to make that look like just a big bundle of flags. All right. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm not happy with my ground. I feel like it's not the right color. And that's just my personal preference. I feel like it's too much of a kindergarten green or something. Like it's not the right green to me. So I'm gonna play with it just a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all watch me and see how I play with this. I'm gonna take some green and I'm gonna take a little bit of black. And I'm gonna make a little bit of a darker green, and I'm using kind of like a larger flat brush. I want almost like a dry brush. Okay. And I want a little bit more dimension in my ground area. So it's not as green as I want more green. And I'm just kind of wiping off my paintbrush here to get more of like a dry brush feel. And I want almost like like there's shadow in the foreground, you know? I just want a little bit more. Give it just a little bit more dimension. Just a teeny bit more. Okay, so y'all see what I did? Kind of like that a little bit better. And I'm not happy. This is when you start playing and you start saying, okay, I don't like the way this looks. I don't like the way that looks. Let me fix it. Let me fool with it a little bit more. I'm not happy with the background of my trees right at the edge. I want there to be a little bit more mistiness. So I'm making my paintbrush have like this dry brush effect. I'm just trying to bring, I do not like that green. I'm not using that one. Let me use a different one. Oh, let's grab my sap green that I wanted earlier. Okay. I'm just mixing my sap green with all the other colors that I have on my palette. And there we go. I'm going to use this. See how I turned my paintbrush? Put it on its side. We're going to do a lot of that in our born painting, by the way. I'm using the side of the paintbrush. Okay, much better. It's looking better, looking better, looking better. Did not like what I had happening there. All right, that's much better. I want to encourage you to allow yourself the opportunity to just try it. If you don't like it, you can always wait till it dries and come back over it. I'm adding a little bit of brighter lime greens in there. Just on a few little areas. Now this is when I'm gonna take a little bit of brown and just kind of add, like kind of making it look like there's a little bit of shadow behind some of the tombstones. It's not quite dark enough. Okay. Now I feel like that makes me a little happier. Before it was just, I don't know, there's something missing. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I love, one of my favorite colors in a painting, and you'll see that if you do the born painting with us. One of my favorite colors in a painting is that orange, that what is it called? It's quinacridone. Y'all help me. What is it? Quinacridone, azo something. It's a really, you can't find it in Hobby Lobby. You can't find it in Michael's. You got to buy it on Blick. It's like this. Look, here's a little piece of it right here. It's like this bright orangey, burnt sienna type color. Quinacridone Azo Gold or something like that is what it's called. It's one of my favorite colors to use in a landscape painting. It just makes the painting just pop. So I used a little bit of it up here, not much. Okay, guys, I think I'm done. What do y'all think? Nickel, quinacridone azo gold is being discontinued. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I need to stock up on it if it's being discontinued. From Golden Paints, are you telling me the truth? Because I use it all the time. See, I'm using it right now. I'm using it on my soldier to kind of highlight him. It's one of my favorite colors to use in my paintings. I'll just have to try to find another way to make that color, right? That's all it is. I just have to find another way to make that color. There's got to be another way to make that same color. All right, guys, I want to thank you all for being here. We do have a giveaway tonight. We're going to give away another set of acrylic paints, but I want to remind you again, don't forget, June is super filled with lots of fun things happening in Jen's Gen Art. So I would highly recommend you hang out with us in June. Yes, hang out with us in June and get in the group, the Acrylic 101 free Facebook group, and join us for our free 10-day challenge. We would love, love, love to have you in that group. Also, we're going to have our roost. This one, I'm just going back over the things that I told y'all at the beginning. We're going to have a pop-up paint party. See this color right here is a lot of that quinacridone azo gold, but it's also red. What is it? Red ochre? Is there a red ochre? Hang on. What is the name of that? I have it written down right here. Yes, red ochre. It's also red ochre. So if you buy a red ochre, you can get this color as well. It's one of my favorite colors that I use in my paintings. Okay. And of course, Payne's Gray. You know, I use Payne's Gray a lot in my paintings. So we're going to be painting this in June. Registration for that is not open yet, but that's going to be open to the public to learn to paint that. This one's going in my house. I'm going to get Michael to frame it, and it's going in my house because that's my style. That is the style that I love, is the old country stuff. We're going to be painting a barn in the tribe, in the mini tribe, the other barn that I showed y'all earlier. Let me show you again. I have all my paintings all over the place. Here it is. And we're going big on this one. You see this one here? That's the one we're going to be painting in the tribe and the mini tribe in June. So June is all about barns. And last month was all about chickens, and we're going to be painting a Highland cow in the tribe, and we're going to be painting a patriotic front porch. It's going to be an old country front porch, I promise you. And so we're going to have a lot of fun this month. We have 2 in the den with Jens that are free to the public. So make sure you follow me. You put your notifications on in Jen's Den Art, and yeah, we have a lot of fun things coming up. So I'm super excited to share all of that with you. And I cannot wait to spend more time with you this month. It's going to be super fun. I want to thank you all so much for being here and being so patient. Look how pretty it came out. It came out really good. I actually like this one better. Let's look at, I always like to compare them, but I know I shouldn't. Do y'all do that if you paint? Do y'all ever paint anything twice? That's a great question. They're both good though. Oh, this one's much darker. Look at the background, how much darker this one is in the background. I didn't notice that before. So yeah, they're both really good. I like them. What do y'all think? Anyway, do y'all ever paint a painting twice? Pam says, yes, you do paint a painting twice. I always paint almost all of my paintings twice because since I'm teaching it, I practice first and then I actually paint it. Sometimes I just go off the fly and I'm like, okay, I never painted this before. Let's paint it together. And we learn and we make mistakes and we go through the whole process together. So that's fun too. All right. First one better. Yeah. Okay. So I see all of y'all putting y'all names in the comments. Just start putting your names in the comments, y'all. Just put your name in the comment, and I am giving away another one of these acrylic paint sets. These are your colors that you get in it. You get 3 times 6. You get 18 colors, 18 little tubes of paint, and 4 mediums in little bottles here. And put your name in the comments. You have to put your name in the comments and just keep on putting your name. And what I'm doing is I'm seeing all of your comments scrolling by. Put your name, your first and your last name, and then in about 5 seconds, I am going to touch my screen, and the screen, the person's name that I touch that's scrolling by, that's the person that's going to win. So get ready. And now, Karen, oh my goodness. Hang on. It just went. It was not, it was, hang on. I lost it. Y'all are going too fast. Karen, where did you go? Karen. Who is Karen on here? Karen Moody. Karen Moody Ray. That was it. Okay. Karen Moody Ray. All I saw was Karen, and then it just like flew by. All right, Miss Karen, you are our winner for our acrylic painting set. Thank y'all so much for being here and being a part of what we do here. And we just want you to all enjoy the process and enjoy painting and make it a part of your life. It is mental health for me. And I hope that you can find joy in painting and follow us. We have more to teach you. Miss Karen, I think I have your shipping address, but if I don't, please email it to support@jinsdenart.com. support@jinsdenart.com. And Miss Cindy will get that for you, and we will send you your paintings. I mean your paints. Okay, guys. I don't know if I had any other questions or anything. Let's see. All I see is a bunch of names going by. Yes, congratulations, Miss Karen. Yep, we will see you all soon. Bye. Thanks for being here. We'll see you again soon. Bye.